Streaming live from the John Pluchino studio inside of High Tech High School in Secaucus, New Jersey, it's the WOSH EOHS Show on WIT Podcasting. Call in and join the conversation at 201-589-0321. I'm your announcer, Allie, and now your host, Bree.
Good morning. I'm your host, Bree, and with me today is Pina, Ali, Naf, and Julia.
Woo! We're back!
Finally! It took so long. That's okay. Behind the glass is Ella, Vale, Jaden, Jerko, Mary,
Landon!
the freshman!
Landon!
Landon!
Why are there so many people?
Who knows? All right.
We got a whole collection of people here.
Wait, isn't Mr.
Awesome.
DePiro here too?
And Mr. DePiro. I don't know where he went, but Mr. DePiro!
Yeah.
All right. So today's topic is going to be about complaining, but mostly going to complain about virtual learning and COVID and everything that's going on, because that's what we do best. We complain.
Yes!
So,
Yeah.
who wants to go? Who wants to be first to complain? Yes, Allie.
Okay, so I feel like everyone's just going to talk about the same thing, but basically COVID. Oh, so annoying.
I hate it.
I think everyone can agree. It's been what, almost 2 years now?
2 years.
That is crazy. Yeah, I feel like it just went by pretty quick, but also it feels like it's taken forever.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it ends someday. But
Honestly, I've lost all hope.
I know, me too. Hopefully we get to a point where there's no more masks, but till then, we're just trying our best.
Till then.
Yeah, as
Look
long
at
as
that, ew.
COVID's making all those variants every 5.2 seconds, I don't know.
I don't know either.
With the Delta
But, like,
now?
Here's the jiffy. Like, here's the thing. Like, I find it like here. Okay, here's the thing. Like, I'm glad that we're not virtual for now
Yes.
and all. But a part of me wishes to go back because like everything. So many people are getting sick. A lot of my friends are getting sick. Oh, my family members are getting sick. I'm just like, what is this? I'm just like, then also I have like a little baby sister that's not even vaccinated or whatever.
Yeah.
And what else? Not gonna lie, last week was the worst. I hated it. I hated the virtual setting.
Me too.
I just hated it so much. And like, I don't know, like, how do I explain this? Like during that week, I felt like some sort of like loneliness because I haven't really been talking to anybody. Like with me, I don't want to talk to people when I'm at home. I barely do that.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on some people, but I just don't want to associate with anybody. But I still felt some sort of loneliness. Like I'm just like, oh, I miss interacting with people. I miss talking to people. But at least we're back here for now.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Woo!
But see, my stance is
We're
also
here.
like that, where I don't want to be virtual because this is obviously better. But I think it's insane that we're not virtual. Like
I
the logical
know.
side of me thinks that we should be going virtual, like right now. I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
They probably should be.
Because last week, we had over 1 million cases in a day. That's like
What?
the highest we've ever had.
Oh my goodness.
And then today or yesterday, we have like when we're getting into the building, like the massive line.
I know.
Oh my
People.
god.
That
How
was
many
so
people do you
crazy.
think caught COVID just during yesterday?
Over 50.
Like I'm guessing it's a pretty big number.
Yeah.
And think of how many people are catching COVID in the buses.
I know.
And then
Buses.
Because the windows aren't even open in the
windows
buses.
aren't even open.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like we can't open the window.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Wait, you
We'll
guys
get yelled at.
And
Really?
Yeah.
they added like a like they kind of made it so they're enforcing masks on the bus more strictly, but like what are they actually gonna do about it? Like the driver can't be staring at the kids or they can't be staring at the children for the entire bus ride. They're looking at
Yeah.
the road. Like if somebody like slips off their mask, like what are
Yeah.
like that, and they're gonna do that. Like there's no way they're not.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's really unrealistic to think that like any of the measures they've taken are actually helping at all. Like
Mhm.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think any of what they're doing is actually stopping anything.
Yeah.
I think the hand sanitizer around the school, that's helpful.
Yeah.
That's it.
really
literally
it?
It's nothing else. That's
Wait.
all.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
There's-
That's it?
That's
Yeah.
it. What else are they doing that's actually gonna make an impact?
they're not taking any
That's it.
precaution,
Like
really.
they're making us wear masks.
If you think
so,
about it, there's
like,
so many
obviously.
people in the school and there's so many people walking around in the hallways too. And the
Mhm.
hallways aren't that big. So it's like crowds of people.
All the measures they're taking are on the places where it wasn't happening anyways. Like in the classroom, people like that's not where people are catching COVID. It's not in the classroom.
Yeah.
And like in the cafeteria, like I guess there's a bit more risk, but that's just still not like the main source. The main issue is the buses.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
The
that
line
stupid line at
outside.
the start.
Yeah.
And then the hallways. And
Mm-hmm.
have they done anything against that? No. Honestly, there's nothing they can do against that. The
Yeah.
only actual like sound measure they could take right now is for us to go virtual. I think we should be going virtual.
Yeah. Good point. Good point. Like everything you said, I agree with you, like 100%. With because like I find it so crazy how like thousands of people are getting it, and I understand that the symptoms are mild now, but like, would you
Still.
want to get sick
Yeah,
either
like,
way?
it's a sickness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the one thing people like, a lot of people are like ignoring this is they're kind of looking at, oh, the new strains of COVID are more mild, they're more infectious but less lethal, and they're like, oh, this is good, the vaccine's evolving to be less lethal. But the thing that they're not like acknowledging is that vaccines are or not vaccines, sorry, viruses. No, the vaccine's evolving to be completely useless. The viruses are they're not alive. This is not something that evolves. It's not going like, oh, there's vaccines, so it's killing me off, so I have to evolve to be more infectious but kill less people. Like it's not thinking, it's not evolving. This isn't a game of Plague Inc. It's completely random. And tomorrow, Omicron, it could mutate into suddenly becoming like way more lethal than the original strain.
Yeah.
Like
You
if
never
you
know.
compare it to, this is a comparison I saw made on Twitter. Compare it to Ebola. Ebola was like, everybody was scared of that, but it was a lot more lethal than COVID, obviously, like multiple times more lethal.
Mhm.
But nobody got it because it wasn't transmissive enough. And compare how many people died of Ebola to how many died of COVID. And now think about what could happen if it got even worse, even easier to transmit. Like, you don't want more people with these viruses that could mutate at any time.
Yeah. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
that's the scary part. I think like it's gotten pretty intense, especially during this time. So
Mhm.
let's just hope that it gets better soon.
Hopefully.
Hope.
Yep,
Especially
we're
like
hoping.
during like this winter season. Like I feel like
Yeah,
it's
something about the
so much
cold,
worse.
or
This
I
is
don't
the
know.
worst time for them to be loosening up the measures.
Yes.
And this is the worst
Exactly.
time for us to be out in
It's the worst time to
school.
be out. The
Mhm.
worst time for them to suddenly decide they're not going to check our temperature anymore.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
We started on that
I
today.
was
Oh.
complaining
Like, what was
about
the
that
point
the
of
entire
that?
No,
morning.
I put my wrist out. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but
Nothing.
there's nothing there. I'm just like, oh, okay.
The air will take your
I walk
temperature.
in. I'm like,
The air will kick you
What?
out.
Where's the
There's
temperature?
no way.
then?
Yeah,
Oh
like the only
my
thing they do is
goodness.
the CDC form. But then again, a lot of people I know lie on the CDC form.
Has anybody ever in the history of the school genuinely like saw that CDC form and was like, yes, this is it. This is where I'm going to tell people that I'm feeling sick. This is where I'm going to stop the
yeah,
infection
they can't
right here."
check like 1,000 of
Like,
them.
what are they
It's not
going to do about
possible.
it? Like, you can lie on the CDC form. Like, what are they going to do?
I mean, I put honest answers on the CDC form.
Me too.
But that's because of my allergies, so the nurse already knows that. But it just becomes problematic when the security guards just don't know my case, so they're just like, "Hey, come back here." And it's like the nurse knows.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
Yeah, that's like so. It's unbelievable.
The CDC form is like, it's
The worst
again,
thing,
it's one of those measures that isn't actually doing anything.
Mhm.
and the worst thing is it just me? Like, when you guys are on the bus and you're trying to fill it out, sometimes it won't even load.
Yeah.
because we also have no
It's so
service, which is
annoying.
it's not a COVID-related issue, but it is an issue.
Yeah.
You don't
I
what?
have to borrow my friend's phone just to actually be able to do it, and then I'll be like, "Can you just send me a screenshot so that when we get here, I can show the guy
Yeah.
the form."
That reminds like actually, how useful is it? Why would you go to school if you're feeling sick? And if you're feeling like sick with something else in COVID, then like I don't like
Yeah.
I just
sometimes
want
you
to send
just
you
don't
back home on
know.
the bus
You
when they see the CDC form. They're like, oh,
Yeah, like
go back home.
in what
Yeah.
situation would that be the thing that like stops somebody from going to school?
Yeah.
Also, like
Sure.
right now, like on the CDC form, isn't like one of the questions, have you been exposed to someone within like 2 weeks? I cannot imagine that there's like how many of us are here? I don't know, like probably like a few hundred.
Mhm.
I can't imagine that like no one's putting that they have been exposed to someone.
Yeah,
who-
Yeah.
There's no
who
way.
answered yes on that? Like,
Yeah, because then wouldn't they get sent down? But like, there's probably a good amount of people who have been. So.
yeah, there are probably people who have lied. I'm guessing there are probably people in this room who have been exposed to COVID
Yeah.
and don't know about it. I'm guessing, but
Yeah.
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 you know what? It's probably all from yesterday morning.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
probably all of us.
Imagine. I would. I hope not. That would be horrible.
I
I
hope
skipped
not
through that
too, but
line.
I think it's really unrealistic to think that nobody caught COVID during that morning.
It's just crazy how we go back. We went back yesterday and like you just
Like-
pull up and boom.
what kind
whole line
of
of people.
beginning is that? Like,
Yeah.
no, it just feels like they just stopped caring. Like, I know
felt
that's
like a
not
fever
actually
dream.
the case. I know that people don't want to go virtual, and the school doesn't want us to go virtual either
No.
because it's a worse learning environment for everybody.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change the fact that I think even though our education is very important, our health comes before it,
Yes.
and the
Yeah.
health of our families comes before that. And like at this point, like by being in school, we are sacrificing our health for our education,
Yeah.
which is like
Yeah.
not
Yeah, no.
that's not my priority. I care about my education a lot. I don't care about it more than my health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, like, when it comes to like, there's one choice which is like sacrificing your health over like your education. Like when you're virtual learning, you can just still be educated. You just have to try harder.
Yeah.
But,
It's
like
more
when
effort.
you get sick and possibly if you die, and a rare case for younger people, but for like older people especially, or people who have like compromised systems, like you're gonna be dead and your education won't matter. Or you're
Yeah.
gonna be severely affected and like hate life.
Like it's difficult
Yeah.
to learn like virtually. It's a lot more difficult to learn when you're on a ventilator.
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Health is
I don't get what
first.
they're doing right now, bro. We should not be here.
Mm-hmm.
Like we really like while I'd love to be here, we should not be here.
Yeah.
Does
Yeah.
anyone
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that one day where like they were just like walking around in the cafeteria telling people to put their mask on? It was only one day.
Oh,
It was just
oh,
once. Like, what
Yes,
are
it was
they
just
doing?
once.
Like just one single time. Like wow, I'm sure you prevented a lot of cases from spreading once.
No, but here's the thing. It was like the week before winter break, and that was on a Wednesday or Thursday. Wednesday. It was that Wednesday that they were walking
Oh
around.
yeah,
and be like,
remember
one
the
random day.
yeah.
the week before we left? Remember how there was like no one in school? It was so weird. There was like
Yeah.
no one here.
Remember
That's
how
crazy.
every morning people be called on the intercom because they
Yeah.
so
contact
many
tracing?
people.
They'd be like, okay, and half the school that's currently here, you actually been in contact with somebody who has COVID. Like, I feel like it felt surreal. Like, are you
Yeah.
not seeing the problem here when you're calling everybody in the morning when you see this massive stampede of people outside? Like,
That was crazy.
this is not okay.
That was too
No.
much. I was waiting outside for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Freezing.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
freezing temperatures, and then there's this massive cluster of children.
Yeah.
I just really think that we need more buses. That would probably solve a lot of things. We just
True.
need more
Yeah.
space to be able to, at the very least, not be squeezed to the point
Yeah.
where people sit on each other's laps
No,
sometimes.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
even like a perfectly like a perfect like everybody has seats on the bus. It's filled to like its normal capacity. I think even in that situation, like it's still like a hotbed of COVID.
Yeah.
Because it's airborne. It doesn't even matter. Like obviously there's a higher chance if there's more people, but like even if it looks fine, even if everybody's not crammed, it's still spreading.
Yeah, you don't put 3 people on a 2-seater. It just doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
That's too many people.
Too
It's
much.
crazy.
Yeah.
Should we wrap it up? I don't know what time it is.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
we had the 5-minute mark. So I think we should like wrap it up with that now. So that was an insightful conversation. Thank you. I agree with
Yeah.
everything that you guys said. Good
I'm
points, good
always
points.
right.
Yeah, that's true. So thank you for watching. And thanks to our amazing panel for doing their amazing work like they always do. I love you guys. So I'm Brianna, and this is the what was the show
I
called?
forgot the
The
name.
Washo.
The Washo Show.
Washo.
Thanks for watching the Wash O Show. Tune into WIT Podcasting's YouTube and Twitter pages for more info and shows. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
So random.